can I say thanks for the things you have done for me? Things so undeserved, yet you gave to prove your love for me. The voices of a million angels could not express my gratitude. All that I am and ever hope to be, I owe it all to thee. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things He has done. With His blood He has saved me. With His power He has raised me. To God be the glory for the things He has done. Just let me live my life and let it be pleasing, Lord, to Thee. And if I gain any grace, let it go to Calvary. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things He has done. With His blood He has saved me. With His power He has raised me. To God be the glory for the things He has done.
I honor the Father forever and ever, and never for granted, forgotten in heaven. Differing from my brethren who question the necessity of a selfless Christian. Are you on your own steam, or law in on providence? Can you lay down every greed, or betray the cause with a Judas kiss? Is it about the money, friend? Or is it about the kingdom? Does He get the glory, friend? Does every decision worship Him? To God be the glory, friend. He's the only one that frees us. I willingly bow my knees, for I am useless without
Let me
Jesus.
live my life, let it be pleasing, Lord, to Thee. And if I gain any grace, let it go to Calvary. To God be the glory. To
Good morning, everybody in South Africa, America, and Europe, and all over the world. So it's Mother's Day here in South Africa, and I was under the impression that it's only Mother's Day in South Africa and that other countries have separate dates, but I just Googled it, and actually it's also Mother's Day in America and Europe. Those are the only two I Googled. I didn't Google all the rest. But so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I'd just like to apologize for Andrew. He's not feeling well today, and he was really looking forward to ministering this message that was strong on his heart called Bonus Mom. So I said to him, would you like me to minister today? And he said, that would be great. So I'm ministering in his stead, but all I got from him was the title, Bonus Mom. And he mentioned how we had a special lady in our lives, Tani Haneke, who was a bonus and is a bonus mom to us. Both our mothers have passed away, so we need other mommies in our lives to give us that mommy love. And he also mentioned on TV, you were mentioned as a bonus mom for so many of us, and how much we love and appreciate you and the love that you have to give us. And as you know, those in here know that I'm a mommy to many, and my motherhood started when I was 27 years old, and now actually I was 25, and I had the opportunity to take in a teenager. Thank you. So my firstborn was 15. She was 10 years younger than me. So our joke was that I was 9 when I fell pregnant with her. But obviously she came to me through another womb. So my firstborn is 37 years old. My secondborn, who came to me third, is 14 years old in June. Her name is Sherry, she. And she also came through another womb. And then my thirdborn, who came to me second, I know this is confusing, but you can work it out, is turning 4. So I've got a toddler, a teen, and an adult child. And that's just to mention a few. I also have a new, almost 18-year-old living with me. So I'm also a new mommy to her, Chennai. And I'm a mommy to every child that is out there. Like, I really feel a calling to all the children in our region and in the world. And I really feel that I'm a mother to the nations. And it's a really big task. Like, I imagine myself, a picture of myself with my hands out like this and the world in my hands, and all the children in the world being my children. And I think that's the heart that God gave me. So explaining a little bit more about Bonus Mom, let's go back to Bonus Mom. So my mom passed away when I was 25. I didn't have her for long enough, and I really wish that she was here to see my children and to enjoy them, but she's not. That's why we need bonus moms and bonus grannies and bonus aunties and just bonus everything. So my husband's mom also passed away when he was 18, and so we've got a joke. We say that we are motherless, but we are not motherless because we have bonus moms. Anyway, so I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody listening and say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms that have lost, the moms that are still moms, the moms that will be moms again, the moms that desire to be moms and weren't able to. But I'm telling you, you are a mom to someone, whether that child came through your womb or not. You are a mom. So I don't know if I'll be able to give you Andrew's message and what exactly was on his heart. But the subject is about being a mother and being willing to be a mother to kids or people that didn't come through your womb. I have a saying that we have one God, no color, one God, no skin. And so our Maker has made every one of us human beings on earth. That makes us all brothers and sisters. And that means that I'm the mother to all the children, younger and older than me. His children are my children. So I can be a motherly role to those older than me as well, because in certain areas, I'd be able to teach someone older than me. So it's not just about age. Like I said to you, my second born who came to me third, Sherry, she teaches me many things. She's turning 14 in a month, but she's like a mirror. The mirror that shows me the sides of me that still need to change, the sides of me that are not perfect yet, the sides of me that I don't like. Because, just because you're a mom doesn't mean you're perfect. We strive for perfection and we try to be perfect, but we fall. One day we're perfect, tomorrow we're not. Last night I wasn't perfect. I didn't know I'm going to minister today, but there was a test the night before I ministered. God knew I was going to minister today. There was a test for me just before I minister so I can share with you. It's not easy being a mom. It's difficult. It takes energy you don't always have. It takes time you don't always have. It takes sacrificing yourself on the cross for the sake of those around you and those under your roof and in your heart and in your household. And the role of mom is nurturer. So we're supposed to be that to ourselves. We're supposed to be that to our children. We're supposed to be that to everyone in our lives around us, and even to our husbands. We're not their mothers, but they need the nurture from us. God said in the beginning that it's not good for man to be alone, and he said that he would create a helper, and the helper is the woman. So what is my main role? My main role for my husband is being his helper. My main role for my children is being their helper, helping them feel safe, helping them have a safe haven, helping them to get through life and grow and expound and be the people that God called them to be. So I've got 2 scriptures that I'm going to read to you, and this is an inspiration to the moms out there. And the first one is 1 Peter 3, verse 4 to 6. It says, "Cultivate inner beauty. The same goes for you wives. Be good wives to your husbands, responsive to their needs. There are husbands who, indifferent as they are to any words about God, will be captivated by your life of holy beauty. What matters is not your outer appearance, the styling of your hair, the jewelry you wear, the cut of your clothes, but your inner disposition." And then verse 4, "Cultivate inner beauty, the gentle, gracious kind that God delights in. The holy women of old were beautiful before God that way and were good, but loyal wives to their husbands. Sarah, for instance, taking care of Abraham, would address him as my dear husband. You will be true daughters of Sarah if you do the same, unanxious, and unintimidated. So that's the Message Bible, and that's why it sounded slightly different to those who know those scriptures. The Message Bible has a bit of a modern twist on it, and it's actually quite beautiful. I like that last verse, unanxious and unintimidated. And I think that is what the call is to us, is to be unanxious and to be unintimidated. Because when we become anxious, our households become anxious, and the whole atmosphere of the house is anxious. When we feel intimidated and fearful by the things of the world and the bills that need to be paid, and that we don't know where the money is going to come from to pay those bills, to get food for our household, to clothe our children for winter. When we become intimidated and fearful, our household will feel it. And that's the atmosphere we'll set in our households. So going back there to verse 1 to 4, it says, what matters is not your outer appearance, the styling of your hair, the jewelry you wear, the cut of your clothes, but your inner disposition. So let's work, moms. Let's work on our inner dispositions. Moms, to be in the future. Children that are going to be moms. Shishi, one day you're going to be a mom. Let's work on together on our inner disposition. Help me to help you. You help me, I help you. And she said something to me last night, that just because I'm 13, I might not be able to help you. She thinks that I think just because she's 13, when she asks me if I'm okay and I don't tell her what's wrong and she thinks something's wrong, I know that you've got a lot to give, but sometimes there's nothing wrong. It's just I'm tired. Do you want some? Okay. Okay. So here I have our beautiful Ahava, my 4-year-old, almost 4-year-old, and Maggie. And I'm also a mommy to Maggie. I'm her other mama. Maggie's got many mamas. Many. I'm one of her bonus moms. And whenever I'm buying something for Megan, for Ahava, I'm thinking of Megan as well. I don't know if the camera can see them. Can the camera see them? Yeah. Okay. Let's show everybody the beautiful babies. It's like I've got twins, one that lives with me and one that sleeps over on a Friday night, and I love being mama and bonus mama to them. The besties. I don't need to minister anymore. They've acuted everybody out. Does my Shishi also want to come and show herself? Okay, so here comes my Shishi. You'll meet my Shishi. And she actually had an idea just before we started. And now she's like, but I didn't really mean it. Maybe we're going to do a little bit of a Q&A. Come stand here, they can see you. Yeah, you're tall enough. This is my Shishi. Okay, I think you're going to have to take that mic there. Tina, we need that mic on. We are going to do a Q&A. You're going to ask me questions. I'm going to ask you questions. From teenager to mama, bonus mama. And from bonus mama to teenager. Okay, you're going to stand here. Is that better for you? Okay, anyway. So, no, this isn't prepared, eh? Not even my message. I prepared just before I came up. I really wanted the Holy Spirit to say what He wanted to say. I gave Tina the scriptures that we're busy working on. So, in the future, I don't know if it's near or far future, but in the future, I'm going to write a book called Toddlers, Teenagers, and Menopause. Okay? That's my reality. And then when I told Andrew, he was like, don't forget the Viking. So I'm like, I'm going to add ... and the Viking, right? Because he's my Viking and he has to be in my book too. Last weekend, I had the privilege of seeing my dad, and I told him about this, and I wasn't sure if he understood what I was saying or got the gist of it because he didn't respond. And then I asked him, did you hear what I said? Because he wears hearing aids. Did you understand? And he was like, yes. Am I in it too? So I'm like, oh my goodness, of course you're going to be in it. So I'll have to add, and the French grand-père. Anyway, so yeah, my reality is like extends across generations, and I think all of us does. You're never too young to be a mom. You're never too old to be a mom. We can all be motherly and nurturing. Okay, so let's start with a question. She asked me very nicely, can you do the first question? Okay, so the first question to my teenage daughter is, to me and to all the moms out there, what can we do to make life easier for you as a teenager? How can we make your life easier? What do you need from us? What do you need from a mom? What do all teenagers need? So you're speaking for all the teenagers in the world, not just for you. And a lot of people confide in you and share their hearts with you. And what's the biggest need that teenagers have that they're not? Sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. So it's not an indictment on anyone. But what would you say the biggest need is? Just speak. Don't overthink it, just start. Okay, so the first answer is choose to understand. And I'll add to that, remember what it felt like being a teenager, because you can easily forget. It's many years ago, but it's not easy. And there's hormones as well, eh? The hormones start at teenager age, and it ends up there with menopause age, where you're back at that place fighting hormones, and that can escalate things. We're not always feeling ourselves. Okay, so choose to understand. What else? Okay. How about listen? Listen. Listen when, let me finish what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Hear me. And slow to anger. Okay, so we all know the fruit of the Spirit? Do you know the fruit of the Spirit? Come on, give us the fruit of the Spirit.
Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control.
No, no, my darling, in
Am I
here.
not- Can you guys hear me?
The,
Now can you hear me?
okay, slowly. Love,
Joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control.
okay, so that's the fruit of the Spirit is what everybody needs from us, right? To feel loved, to be joyful, peaceful, patient, kind. So let's pause at kind. I choose to be a kind mom, but I'm not always a kind mom. I can be unkind, and then it hurts, right? And vice versa. You can choose to be unkind, and then it hurts me. So we can hurt each other with unkindness. So let's have some more kindness in our homes, eh?
Yeah.
We choose kindness. What was the next one? Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness. Be good to each other. Patience, self-control. Slow to anger, did we say that?
Yeah, earlier.
Okay. So slow to anger. Stop a moment and try not to explode in anger and respond in anger, because that hurts. It hurts when we step out of the fruit. When we pick off the fruit of the other tree, which is not God's tree, we hurt each other. Okay, so now you're going to ask me a question.
Oh. I wanted to ask.
Any question? It can even be, so how do I look?
How do I look?
Pretty.
Pretty lame. Not joking. Let's think. Sorry, guys, I'm taking so long. I'm not so good at these.
Oh, you've got the wisdom.
Wait, how do I've got the exact question.
You've got the question, just say it.
When people are looking at me, I struggle to ask questions.
Standing with your back towards them. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So my question is, I'm gonna say it in the wrong way.
Okay, so ask it just like that.
Okay. So when we're in an argument, and like I'm not really good with arguments, you know that, right? Sometimes I am.
Master arguer.
Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not.
Maybe you should become a lawyer.
I actually want to be a lawyer.
You're very good at accusation.
Heartbroken.
That's because that's a fighting tool.
That's
Okay.
true. Okay, so instead of just like leaving the conversation, sometimes I do that. How do you expect me to act in those situations? Or how do you guys expect us to act in those situations?
Okay, so the question is, how do parents, not just moms, parents expect teenagers or children to act in a fighting situation? That's the question. So everybody's answer, every mom's answer will be different. If you're watching this, you could actually open this dialogue with your children around the lunch table. If you don't do lunch around a table, I advise you to start that. It's very important, it's very healthy. Shishi's other bonus parents actually has something called Roses and Thorns. Do you want to quickly say how that works?
So basically, during the day, everyone has something that makes them sad and something that makes them really happy. So a thorn is like something that made you really angry or sad during the day, and then you talk about how you could have handled that situation, you know. And then a rose is something that made you really happy during the day, and that made you smile. And yeah, that's how it works.
Now, so I encourage dialogue. You know, we need to be talking to our kids around a table, around a meal, not just running past. You know, so open this dialogue. So the question was, what do we expect in an argumentative situation, which happens in all households, even the perfect ones? There is, let's call it conflict. So you get healthy and unhealthy conflict. So what I expect as an adult is from not just children but from humanity is to be honored and not dishonored. So I expect to not be treated like an equal. Although we're all equals, you know what I mean? Like we've had this conversation before that but all people, we are all equally important, yes. But there is a ranking system, and the Bible speaks about it, like in Proverbs, it speaks about honoring your parents. And how do you honor your parents or any adults is with your tone and with your words. How do you dishonor? With a bad tone and bad words. So communication, honest communication can happen without a whip in your hand, you know. Just like we can whip, teenagers and toddlers can also whip. And toddlers, it can express themselves without self-control. Does that answer your question? Okay, so the answer is by the fruit of the Spirit again. You know, like being angry but answering in kindness. And it goes both ways. The same that we expect, you should expect from us. And it should be a mutual kindness towards each other and a mutual respect and honoring each other. It isn't just one way. But the thing comes in when one of us breaks it, does that mean both of us can break it? So if I'm unkind to you in a moment, does that mean you can be unkind to me? Or then one of us has to pull us out of that situation, you know? And it's the same with husband and wife. When you get into an argument or a disagreement, one of you has to pull it back to a place of coming out of the fight, getting those boxing gloves off, you know. I said to Shishi last night, don't put your boxing gloves on and expect me not to get in the fight. If you put your boxing gloves on, be ready for my boxing gloves to come on too. And we had beautiful witnesses too. We had Chennai and Gracie as witnesses. Anyway, it was probably supposed to happen so we can speak about it in front of the world today. Because as Andrew said in the past, there's nothing hidden in our household. We put our lives on the altar, we put our lives on the stage of the world so that others can learn from our mistakes and our weaknesses and our strengths. Any more questions from you, young lady?
Me?
Do you still
Just
love
think it was
me?
all- Of course.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us.
Have questions?
Oh, okay. Any questions from the audience? Grace looks like she has a question. How do I be a better daughter to my mom? You can share that information with her.
Yo. I'm already such a good daughter, so I don't know.
Exactly, so just say how you do it. Can I answer for you then?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so how Sherry does it is that after we've had our arguments and put our boxing gloves on, it's not always immediate, but it's become a lot faster. She'll come to me, she'll think about it, and she'll come to me and she'll actually apologize for the exact things that she did wrong and that hurt me. And then we can move on. I also have to apologize for the things I do wrong. And I think that's one of the biggest things of parenting and the biggest things of being a mom is that when you do mess up, you do need to apologize to your children, because otherwise you're saying it's okay for you to do this to your children one day, to be this, to be unkind, to be whatever it is, you know. So apologize, Gracie, that's how you do it. Does that answer your question? By the way, Grace didn't ask that question. I just put on my Grace face. The cutest little face in the world and the cutest little giggles.
Yeah.
Show us the Grace face.
Oh, Grace, you need to come and do it. I can't. She goes like this.
Yeah, she pulls that Shrek face, you know, like she bats her eyes. No one can do it like you. Come on, Grace, come give us a please. You can't say no to that face. There we go. Thank you, Gracie. Must she? Okay, she can stand here. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, she's ready. Oh,
Okay, so I want you to stand here and look at the camera there and give your please face. Okay? Okay, please. Say please and show it. Show it. Okay, that was a shy please, but anyway, y'all. Can we please have ice cream?
Yeah.
How do you say no to that? You too. What do you want to say?
Can I pick up for you?
How is it being a toddler? How does it feel being a toddler? Speak to the mic.
Daddy sleep me. Is my dad does sleep with my bed.
Yeah, so that's a good thing.
Yes. yeah.
Come, she's
Okay,
your
you
bigger.
go to Shishi and you say something and then I'm going to
1, 2, 3,
continue.
a bigger. Okay.
I'm Megan. Hi.
Okay, so Josh's turn and then we finished. Josh's turn. Shishi, help. Okay, so this is the
Hello.
reality of our world, people.
Hello. I'm with you.
Last one.
Hi, and we're a Harvard today.
What's your surname?
A Harvard or not.
Yes, well not. Okay. Okay, thanks, Shishi. Thanks, kids. Will you take them all with you?
Bye, everyone.
Future influencer, Shishi.
Yours.
Okay, so then
Hello.
I'm going to share Proverbs with you now. I just want to find my scripture. So it's Proverbs 31, verse 10 to 31. Sorry, Tina, did you find that song? Okay. So, each Bible, so it's slightly different, is the Proverbs 31 women. And that's who I strive to be. Do I succeed every day? No. But I'm not going to stop trying. Today I can be the perfect wife and mom. Tomorrow I can feel like the worst wife and mom. But as long as I'm walking that journey and striving to be the best that I can be, I'm still good. Okay, so it says, hymn to a good wife from verse 10. A good woman is hard to find and worth far more than diamonds. Her husband trusts her without reserve and never has reason to regret it. Never spiteful, she treats him generously all her life long. She shops around for the best yarns and cottons and enjoys knitting and sewing. Okay, I don't enjoy knitting and sewing, but I do, if I do need, like Tanya decorated this beautiful tabernacle, there was some sewing involved. Some of it she did herself, the rest she had done. But so we can also make use of others to do our knitting and sewing as long as it gets done, right? And not many households knit their own clothes anymore or sew their own clothes. But she gets it done, the Proverbs 31 woman. She's like a trading ship that sails to faraway places and brings back exotic surprises. She's up before dawn preparing breakfast for her family and organizing her day. She looks over a field and buys it. So she buys property, people. She's not just a housewife, she buys property. Okay, now I've lost my place. Sorry. There we go. She looks over a field and buys it. Then, with the money she put aside, she plants a garden. First thing in the morning, she dresses for work, rolls up her sleeves, eager to get started. She senses the worth of her work, is in no hurry to call it quits for the day. She's skilled in the crafts of home and health, diligent in homemaking. She's quick to assist anyone in need, reaches out to help the poor. She doesn't worry about her family when it snows. Their winter clothes are all mended and ready to wear. She makes her own clothing and dresses in colorful linens and silks. Her husband is greatly respected when he deliberates with the city fathers. She designs gowns and sells them, brings the sweaters she knits to the dress shops. Her clothes are well made and elegant, and she always faces tomorrow with a smile. When she speaks, she has something worthwhile to say, and she always says it kindly. She keeps an eye on everyone in her household and keeps them all busy and productive. And I've said that one already. Her children respect and bless her. Her husband joins in with the words of praise. Many women have done wonderful things, but you've outclassed them all, he says to her. Charm can mislead and beauty soon fades. The woman to be admired and praised is the woman who lives in the fear of God. Give her everything she deserves. Adorn her life with praises. So to the husbands out there, to the fiancés, the boyfriends, the fathers, to their daughters, give her everything she deserves. Adorn her life with praises. I have to testify on that point there that my husband is really good at praising me. And it really feels good, and it makes me want to be an even better person. We need to know we're doing something right. Our children need to know they're doing something right. There must be a healthy balance between praise and rebuke. There's another word for it. What's the word, Tanya? You praise and you... I don't know where that word is, but anyway, so we reprimand our children, we give them discipline, okay? So I think that's the word, praise and discipline. There can't just be consequence and discipline and you did this wrong. There must be a healthy balance of praise as well when they do things right, even if it's the slightest thing. Praise goes a long way. And back to my husband, he's really been praising me a lot this week. It's like, have I changed that much that he's recognizing something that he's praising? Or I don't know, is it me or is it him? Either way, it feels good. It really feels good to be praised. And to know that he recognizes the effort that I'm putting in to be the best wife to him, even though I'm not always the best wife. None of us are, you know. We just strive. And as long as we're striving, we're okay. As we have to be quick to forgive others, we need to be quick to forgive ourselves too, because we must give ourselves room to grow and to learn from our mistakes. So that's my message for today. Once again, happy Mother's Day, and Andrew would have loved to be here, and I'm going to encourage him to give his version of the bonus mom at some point when he can. So I'm sure there's going to be some other meat in that conversation. And so what we're going to do in South Africa now is we're going to play out with the blessing. We are posting the link in the comments for those who won't be able to see the song live with us, because the stream won't allow us to play other people's music. So I encourage you to go and click on the link and listen to the song and enjoy it. And this is the blessing that I speak out over you and your families and your future generations. And I say to you, women, you are mighty, you are blessed, and you are speaking into your children and your children's children as you become more like Christ. Thank you. Bye.
Song called The Blessing. Scripture, and it's the heart of the Father over us as his kids. And we're going to sing it this morning, if that's okay. This is a blessing over you and your family and your children. So just receive this morning.